Good morning, guys. Welcome to yet another vlog on my channel. And this time I'm vlogging from a place called Pipalkoti. So, Pipalkoti is a very small village in the Chamoli district of Uttarakhand. And this is the base camp for quite a number of treks. This time I'm doing a trek called Satopanth Tal. It's Satopanth Lake. It's higher up in the Himalayas. And I really wanted to do this trek for a long time. Ever since I had read about this place, maybe way back in 2013 or 14. And I'd read about a saint meditating there and how spiritually active this entire place is. And ever since then, I really wanted to do this trek. Last year, I found out there was an organized group which takes you to Satopanth, but last year I could not do it. So this year I made it a point that I should do it. And here I am in Pipalkoti about to start my trek to Satopanth Tal.
But before we begin, let me tell you a short story.
So we just completed our summit yesterday. Now I think it's time to tell you the whole story behind this entire trek. So I'm going to be putting this part of the clip in the beginning of the video so that everybody gets to know why we did this trek, why I did this trek. So this trek is very unique. It's not like any other trek. So you will not find Maggie points, you will not find chai tapris all the way. So this trek holds a very special place in my heart. Why I chose this trek? Because there's a lot of history of our country associated with this trek. So if you look at the starting point of this trek, we start at Mana Village. So Mana is the place where you have the Bhim pool. So where Bhim actually laid the two huge rocks for Draupadi to cross, right? So this entire trail that we have walked was walked by all the Pandavas along with Draupadi while they were ascending towards heaven. And on the way, Draupadi along with the brothers died, and Yudhishthir was the only one who could ascend to heaven in his own body. So this whole trail talks about the places where these Pandavas visited. A lot of folklore is associated with it. For example, Draupadi could not cross Mana, so she fell off and she died. And then Nakul died, and Sahadev died, and then Arjun died at Chakrateerth. Then Bhim died at Satopanth. And then Yudhishthir went ahead a little, and then he ascended the stairway to heaven from the Swargarohini Glacier, so which was visible from Satopanth Lake, the stairway to heaven. Now, why Satopanth? The name Satopanth suggests Sat means truth, and Panth means path. So this entire trail towards Satopanth is the path towards the real thing. Yeah, the path towards self, the path towards the truth. Yeah, realizing your own self. So it has a deep spiritual connection, deep spiritual essence. So if you want to do this trek only because of that inner quest. Because the path is not easy. It's little moderate to difficult. There'll be a lot of boulders and beautiful views. You will see Chaukhamba from the base to the summit. You will see Balakun. You will see the Swargarohini Glacier, and then of course you'll see Nilkantha, the entire range of Nilkantha from the base to the summit. So it's a beautiful trek, and I hope you enjoy the video.
चलिए फिर हर 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 हर.
Today's itinerary is like this. We are going to leave Pipalkoti in a while, and we are going to move towards Mana Village. So that is a little away from Badrinath. And from Badrinath, so from Pipalkoti to Mana, it's about 80 kilometers. So it's a long drive, about 2 hours. And from Mana, we will start our trek. We'll go to Laxmivan. That's our first campsite today.
Jai
Badri Vishal! So we have just reached Badrinath and it's a beautiful view out here. Amazing view. And I just love these meadows. I just love these the type of landscape that I'm getting to see here. This is just so close to my heart.
चलो स्माइल एवरीवन, मुस्कुराइए, आप पहाड़ों में आए हैं. महादेव.
So as the story goes, the Pandavas with Draupadi were crossing right from here, and Draupadi was the first person to give up her body, to leave her body. Look at the landscape, guys. It's so beautiful. There's a touch of golden, green, brown, black, a little bit of white, and of course there's a blue canopy up there. It's just beautiful.
मैंने सबसे पहले किया मेरे कॉपी कर रहे हो.
So guys, that's Pratik, she's Nawang, Advityo, and myself Shubham,
मेरा नाम पूछ रहे हैं.
and we are enjoying our packed lunch here.
You can see Vasudhara Falls. Earlier the trek used to go from the other side, so from that side, but because the glacier is melted, so we have to come from this side. That's the thing. So Vasudhara Falls is about 5 kilometers from Mana. So if we reach that top, from there it's 1 more kilometer to our first campsite at Laxmivan. We have finally reached our first campsite, which is not exactly at Laxmivan, which is a little lower than Laxmivan because that place is already taken. But this campsite looks amazing. Let me just show you how it looks. The campsite is well within the shade of the mountains, so that means it's going to be very cold at night. It's already windy. This is how Vasudhara Falls looks from our campsite.
Laxmivan is supposed to be the abode of goddess Lakshmi, and we slept peacefully that night in the abode of the divine.
Good morning, guys. It's 7:30 a.m. in the morning. It's day 2 of our trek. Yesterday we camped a little below Laxmivan because Laxmivan was apparently a little crowded. So today we are moving to Chakrateerth. It'll be about a 7.5 kilometer trek, 7.5 to 8 kilometer trek. As you can see behind, the skies are clear, it's nice and sunny, and hope we have a lovely day today.
Follow my action. Follow my action. Follow my rhythm. Follow my rhythm. Follow my action. Follow my action. Follow my rhythm. Follow my rhythm. Hands up high. 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 Thumbs out. Thumbs out. Thumbs in. Thumbs in. Thumbs out. Thumbs out. Thumbs in. Thumbs in. मंगल मूर्ति। एक जय माता दी कर देते। यस सर, चलिए आप जय माता। जोर से बोलो। जय माता दी। मिलके बोलो। जय माता दी। सारे बोलो। जय माता दी। आवाज में आई। जय माता दी।
As we left the sheltered campsite of Laxmivan, the trail underwent a massive immediate shift. We were moving out of the last pocket of vegetation and pushing directly into the raw upper glacial valley.
This is the Bhagirathi Glacier above, and look at the water flow, and very soon we'll reach the place from where Alaknanda starts.
Soon the route forced us up onto the massive lateral moraines flanking the Alaknanda river. This was a continuous stretch of boulder hopping and navigating loose rocks. The path was not clearly defined by dirt. Instead, we followed stone rocks left by guides to mark the safest line through the debris.
It's the Nilkantha range of mountains. So this peak that you see here, it's called Parvati Peak. On the other side, a little below, you have Ganesh Peak. So we are halfway through. We have done 4 kilometers today, and we are at the junction of Bhim Gada. So apparently this is the Gada of Bhim. What a view!
बालाकुन इधर सामने आओ चौखंबा।
तो चौखंबा पूरा बेस से दिख रहा है ना?
हाँ, चौखंबा के बाद ये आओ आपका स्वर्गारोहणी ग्लेशियर, ऊपर ये सीढ़ी हो गया ये।
स्वर्ग की सीढ़ी।
हाँ, इधर इस तरफ आएंगे तो आपका सतोपन लेक होगा यहाँ पे।
ओके।
इसके पीछे।
अच्छा।
ये आओ आप, यहाँ नीलकंठ हो गया ऊपर, ये वाला जो दिख रहा है।
अच्छा, ये पूरा नीलकंठ है?
हाँ।
Finally reached Sahastradhara. It was a tough climb, not at all easy. I would say it's a moderate one, but worth the climb because of the views. Because you can see all the mountains that you have been seeing from far away. You can see them from the base, and that's amazing. That's so beautiful, and I feel so grateful about it that I'm able to see this. The weather is pretty sunny and it's clear. I hope it stays clear. Now we just stopped for our lunch. So this is a lunch, packed lunch for today.
Now imagine having your lunch right against a massive cliff where hundreds of tiny crystal clear glacial streams are trickling down the mossy rock like a giant natural sound machine. It's an incredibly peaceful hidden little spot that gives you front row seats to the absolute giants of the Garhwal Himalayas. Now here you can see Mount Nilkantha from the base to the summit. That's the base and that's the peak.
How's the Josh?
हाय सर अभी हम स्वर्ग में हैं और यहाँ का वातावरण देख के आत्मा की तृप्ति हो गई है, मन पवित्र हो गया है,
अब स्वर्ग दिखा
शुद्धिकरण
सकते हैं
हो
अपने
गया
दर्शकों
है।
को। देखिए स्वर्ग है।
स्वर्ग।
ये देखिए बहुत ही अनोखा स्वर्ग।
सारा पानी बहा दे रहे हैं यार।
यहाँ पे शायद यहाँ से 10 इंच ही है, देखिए।
Just look at how beautiful the landscape looks and how it has changed. So that's Chaukhamba, which we were seeing a little while back. Now it's a little covered with clouds, but this is unbelievable landscape. And we just crossed a huge boulder patch, and now we are moving towards our campsite. Almost done. Last 1.8 kilometers left, but this stretch is supposed to be the toughest of the day. It's going to be a steep climb, and then we reach our campsite. Last climb to the top. And we are approaching our campsite at Chakrateerth. It is just below the Chaukhamba range, and you can also see the Swargarohini Glacier.
Chakrateerth is a striking bowl-shaped alpine meadow that serves as the crucial final campsite before trekkers make the grueling summit push to the sacred triangular Satopanth Lake. According to local folklore, this perfectly circular valley was formed when Lord Vishnu placed his heavy Sudarshan Chakra down on the land. The sheer weight of the celestial weapon compressed the earth, carving out the massive amphitheatre-like bowl surrounded by towering peaks. And this marked the end of day 2 of our journey to Satopanth Lake.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to the summit day. So today is our summit. We're going to climb up 5 kilometers to Satopanth Lake, and that's Mount Chaukhamba behind me. And this is the first time I'm doing a summit which is not very early in the morning. Generally we start at 12:30 or 1:30 at night, or maybe 3 a.m. in the morning, and but this time we are starting off at 6 o'clock. It's 5:30 a.m. right now, and the atmosphere feels so blissful.
मंगल मूर्ति हर हर महादेव, हर हर महादेव, हर हर महादेव। जय बद्री विशाल, जय बद्री विशाल। चलो गुड।
There's a little bit of a climb. It's a little difficult terrain. You can see it's quite a steep climb. So you can see all the mountain ranges from here, from the top. That's Nilkantha there, the Nilkantha range, and then coming to the Swargarohini ranges, the Swargarohini Glacier, And that's Chaukhamba. You can see it from the base to the summit. And that's Mount Balakun.
This trek very difficult, and as we are approaching Satopanth, the boulders are very big and it's very difficult to walk on those boulders. So I want to tell you all you guys that if you think that this is an easy trek, this is not an easy trek. I find it between moderate to difficult, and yes, the altitude is very high, and we are feeling the stress, and the fatigue of the trek.
Till now, the hike was pretty difficult. I wouldn't say it was easy, but somehow we have come a lot ahead, and a few more, maybe a couple of kilometers more to Satopanth Tal. And we have the first glimpse of Satopanth Tal. It was so difficult to climb, but we have made it. Now we have to go all the way down to the lake. And finally I've reached Satopanth Tal. This is out of the world.
Ready, start.
How's the Josh?
बोलो बद्री विशाल की
जय।
हर हर महादेव, हर हर महादेव, गणपति बप्पा मोरया, वृषवर्षी मोरया।
So this lake is dedicated to the Holy Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar. So it's a triangular lake, and they say that each of the the points of the triangle, so they represent the energies of Vishnu, Brahma, and Mahadev. So you can feel some sort of energy in this place, and I'm sure many Mahatmas had meditated here. So feels pretty good. Just meditated here a little while back and feels amazing. TTH, trek the Himalayas. Well, we are about to leave Satopanth. The rest of the guys, they went up to a small kutir which belongs to one of the saints who stay here. I was not feeling that great because it was very tiring. The whole journey was very difficult. We had to go through boulders and my legs had given up, so I thought of just resting and just meditating by the side of the lake. They're coming down in a while, but now I have to go up and go back to the campsite at Chakrateerth. This is going to be a tedious task once again. It was beautiful. The whole experience was beautiful. Seeing Chaukhamba from so near, and then the Swargarohini Glacier, seeing Swarg ki Siri was mesmerizing. I mean, I never imagined that I would be seeing The landscapes that I've been through was amazing. I mean, landscapes were amazing, and I'll never forget this trek. That's all, I guess.
If you like my video, please hit the like button and do subscribe to my channel. See you soon.